All right, man. Great introduction, right? I love when somebody talks about it, makes you feel special inside. But first off, good morning. How's everybody doing? Come on now, we can get a little more energy. How's everybody doing? All right, all right. Hey, it's media day, man. It's an exciting time. You think about, what you're here for. You think about the fact that the guys who've been named to the all-conference team, it's a huge accomplishment, right? It's a huge thing. It's something that definitely shouldn't be taken lightly. But then you think about the guys who weren't named all-conference, but were still chosen by their various teams. Is this me? Oh. There we go. But you think about the guys who were still chosen by their various teams and universities to represent them here as, an ambassador of their school. So that's still a huge thing. Now, some of the things that, I would like to talk to you about is first off a little bit about me. As he told you, man, I'm a Portsmouth, Virginia native. Went to James Madison where I was a 4-year guy. Ended up getting my degree in political science, going on to the Buffalo Bills, drafted in the 6th round, 2010 draft. So, I've had a lot of success in the NFL and a lot of success collegiately, but it all started in this conference. It all started with me having that opportunity to play amongst the same schools that you're seeing right now, the William & Marys, the Villanovas, and things like that. And all those things that I think about start from this connection in this conference. The other connection that we also have is that, like you said, I was a preseason all-conference guy, but I also represented my school at Media Day. So when we say we have a very unique connection, all of us do, because you're really able to hear from somebody who's been in your shoes. And I'm able to talk to people that I can truly say, hey, I know what you're feeling, because I had these same feelings. I remember 2 very distinct feelings when I was at Media Day. That first feeling was that of accomplishment. I felt that, hey, finally had done something where my play was getting recognized from a preseason standpoint. I was finally getting that respect amongst the league that, hey, this is a guy that we're anticipating having a lot of success coming up. Now, the second feeling I had was that of expectation. An expectation that, hey, my teammates are going to expect a certain level of play out of me. My coaches are going to expect a certain level of productivity from me. The fans are going to be, excited to see me. But I also thought about, with this conference, we know the standard here. I was also understanding that expectation that every week when I got on that field, those teams are going to be giving me their best shot because, number one, they wanted to prove that I didn't belong on this team, and number 2, that they were better than me. And then lastly, the expectation that opposing coaches were going to game plan around me to take me out and minimize my role on the field. So those are all the things that I thought about as I was sitting here just like you guys are. And I said to myself, I could do 1 or 2 things. The first thing could be, hey, I let these expectations become too large for me, ultimately becomes pressure, and then I succumb to it. Or I could decide to grind and work extremely hard so that way when it does reach the season, not only was I going to meet those expectations, but I was going to exceed them. And ultimately, that was the second thing that I decided to do. I decided to exceed every expectation that was set for me this season. So for me, it started when I went back to training camp. I know all of you guys are getting ready for that exciting time, training camp. It's the best time of year for football players. Yeah. But for me, man, when I went back, I said, I'm going to make sure every day I focus on something in my game to make me a better player. And I know as upperclassmen, sometimes it's very mundane, it's very repetitive for you. But I still made sure I took that challenge every day to find ways to improve my game. And I'm challenging you guys to do the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's your footwork, your hand placement, pre-snap reads, mental things like that. Also, the intangible things that you really can't measure, but they help you as far as team bonding, having that closeness with your brother. Those are all the things that I made sure I focused on when I got back. And it ultimately helped me to have a very successful senior season, as he was telling you, with me going on to be postseason, all conference, postseason defensive player of the year, going on to win the Buck Buchanan Award. Because being a preseason selection, it's a great thing, right? But what's better than that is when you get in on the postseason, because that means that not only did you live up to those expectations, but you exceeded them. And that's what it's about. Because we all know the standard in this conference. We all know week in and week out, you got to deliver your A game. And that's just a testament to the guys that came before me, a testament to the guys who are with me, a testament to you guys, and the guys that are going to come after you. So it's important that you put that work in all the time. And now lastly, I know we're here to talk football, but I'll be very remiss if I did not tell you guys the same thing I told my guys at JMU. If all you guys do this season is have great individual seasons, win a ton of individual accolades, win a championship, if that's all y'all do, then you truly did not do enough. Because we all have platforms here. As collegiate athletes, even me as a professional, we all have a platform, and I feel like it's our duty and responsibility to impact as many lives as we can. And the way you do that is that same energy, that same focus that you put into your craft, you put that same energy and focus into the classroom. You put that same energy and focus into making your communities better, because we're more than athletes. We're trying to be great men, and the way you do that is by doing those things. So with that being said, I just want to congratulate you guys again. I know y'all going to have great seasons. I'm looking forward to your success both on and off the field, and ultimately, man, just go be great. So.